What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. Long time no see. Back to a little FOMC. All right, so let's do some due diligence here. Normally, how FOMC rolls is that we get a flow right at 1400. The market begins to shift. Don't want to hear anybody getting smoked because they are putting on big position sizing. That's right, Alex. That's right. If you're going to take futures, please mitigate your risk. Either take micros or at least set stops. If you notice, Dow has already completely filled the imbalance from CPI, all the way back down and even lower. If NASDAQ were to do the same, they'd have to get down to 260. 260, which is 250 points lower. So, ES, right now, if they were to do the same, is 53.88. Let's see how. All right, we got about 45 seconds or so. I will laugh if they actually cut. Man, if they actually cut, it's going to be obscene. Obscene. Let's see if I can find the Fed YouTube link. All right, let's do this. Go ahead and zoom out your charts. Stream the Fed. I won't co-stream it, but I'll post the link for you. What are we going to do? The anticipation is building. There you go. The anticipation is building. All right, here we go. Large red all the way down so far. Down, down, down. Bottom wick back up. 54.30. Just filled that, what is that? 480 liquidity right on the money. Now, where do they go from here is the question. So far, pretty muted move, all things considered. They're bottom wicking the crap out of it already. Let's see what NVIDIA can do. Large bottom wick already, right on back up. Booyah. We got 19.43. Bam, bam. They put on more at 19.400 after the big bottom wick. So let me see. Let's see what they're going to do here. SPX is currently 54.21. IV is juiced. 54.21 at the moment. What can we do to start building some sort of thought process on where it's going to go? Let's go zoom out and see what the liquidity is building. I guess no cut. Yeah. Keeping it paused, baby. Keeping it paused. I was hoping you were right, man. I was hoping you were right. All right, so far we are flat. Had a large red candle from 518 to 450, so 70 points. Immediately bottom wicked. ES is doing the same. $54.33. So far, non-event. So I would hold off, personally, putting on any positions until we start getting into the later time frames. There's the bottom wick right there. Low volume, too. You know, NVIDIA's bottom wick green. Fill that liquidity. The VIX is got a small red, but overall still range bound. So if the dollar devalued, wouldn't that be bullish for all stocks and gold? If they devalued the dollar, would it be bullish for all stocks and gold? Well, The problem is if you devalue the dollar, you're going to make it a lot more difficult for the globe to service debt. It all comes down to debt and what the global currency is, which right now the global currency is the dollar. And all debt, most 70% of global debt is serviced with the dollar. So it's a big conversation and has implications economically, globally. Is it bullish for the stocks? Who knows? Who knows what the tail effect of that would be? So they just had one liquidity swipe lower to grab. They're coming on down again to 479. Unable to go higher or lower here until we hear, good afternoon. I'm Jerome Powell, chair of the FOMC. And I hope you're not holding any 0DT positions because I'm about to do stuff to them. As long as it's in the reserve, it's too big to know. Yep, probably. Well, so far, man, this is a snooze fest. As expected. As expected. Wait for Mr. Hawk. I can't imagine we're not going to have some profit taking. Let's see what he said here. The committee decided to maintain target range for federal funds rate at 5.25 to 5.5%. Any adjustments to the target range for federal funds rate, the committee will carefully assess incoming data. I hope you trigger your spots. Was there a on WSB? I didn't see one this year. I will play some zeros when I get some confidence in a direction. If I do elect to open up my Apex back up, if I elect to take a trade, it'll be a micro, but I'm not going to give a lot of brain bites to Apex. I'm focusing on IBKR. If I do take a trade, it'll be zeros or something other along the lines if I have confidence. If I think this is going to be a multi-day move, I might go out to Friday and build more positioning for Friday. I'm not sure yet. I have not been on my game this week. I've been, there goes big red on NVIDIA coming off. See if we can get on down to 400. Large red candle on NVIDIA. Little liquid being added to 53.50. Let's go look. Coming on down. Yep. Top wick. Large red engulfing on NVIDIA. Large red on an Apple. If this creates a move into the end of the week, it'll be gravy train to the bank. Yep. Let me go over here and look. The GEX is now shifted to 54.25, and they're actually starting to build some, very little, at 54.95. However, we're still pinned between 53.40 and 53.50. They're going to take you by surprise, trust me. They're pinning this flat now. Everyone's all, this is boring, but just be careful. Be careful. They're gonna get you. Eating on theta because we're a lot expecting move. Yeah. Yeah. If you come down now, you bet your butt we're going to rock it at 230. Yeah. VIX will tell the tale. It'll tell the tale. Right now, the VIX gapped down this morning, and it hasn't moved all day. They haven't rolled it. They haven't popped it. They ain't done nothing with it. So watch what happens into this event. If they start pumping that VIX, then it's time to throw down on some downside positions. Because that's what's they're going to happen is they're going to start protecting themselves and rolling off positions for this. ARK's expected value for Tesla in 2029 is $2,600, down from $3,000. $19,400. Here comes NVIDIA. Large red on NVIDIA. NASDAQ might be making this move here. Just be careful. Man, look at Nvidia. Really starting to come off now. Really starting to come off now. Apple, no such luck. The mechanics define how this has to work. If we're going to go higher, we have to go lower to get inventory. If we're going to lower, we have to go higher. Yep. That's a great, great fundamental thought that most people need to understand. They need to get that in their brain. In order to go up, in order to go up, you have to go down. In order to go down, you have to go up. Simply because you have to gather inventory. TLT is dropping hard. Nvidia is dropping hard. And we're still building down to 19,400 on NASDAQ. Still no movement, though, on NASDAQ and Q. ES cleared out most liquidity, and they're just kind of chillaxing. 5130. Play the opposite of the initial move. So far, that's correct. Nvidia is getting dumped. What else is it? What is everything else doing here? Amazon is getting dumped. Meta is getting dumped. Google's getting dumped. Everything is getting dumped except for Microsoft and Apple. They're the only two not getting dumped. I picture Apple as that little YouTube video where it says, call an ambulance, and then pulls out a gun and says, but not for me. That thing just came back from the dead the past 2 days. So up we go, dumping the collecting inventory. I would hope for a little bit more red just to do exactly that. Collect downside, collect inventory, stop out some longs, and then bounce. But, I mean, we're not even getting any movement. It's been 550 points of upside from NASDAQ, and we haven't gone anywhere. I mean, look, everything on tech is dumping right now except for Apple and Amazon and Microsoft, and still NASDAQ won't fall. So I was hoping for a touch more. Touch more. Do you think tomorrow will be more volatile? I don't think it'll be more volatile than this. I need to see how they're going to close this before I start even thinking about tomorrow. Right now, we are in major call ceiling territory for the S&P. They are shifting GEX up to 54.95 for SPX, although the main level is still 54.50. They are building positioning up in that area. And we're still range bound at the moment. Higher today and drop tomorrow? Looking likely. Looking likely. FOMC press conference. Chat is disabled for the live stream. 308,000 people. That's hilarious. What am I listening to for FOMC? I've got a 90s grunge playlist going right now. Alice in Chains, baby. Yeah. Nice cut. Huh. So, in March, 10 of the FOMC committee members was predicting that the rate was going to fall from 5.5 down to 4.6 by the end of the year. Now, none of them think that. Excellent. Couple of double top wicks on the 5-minute here. Still weak price action. 19,488. Was that 475? ES still is down to 54.28. $500 large lot sell on ES. Come on, the book. Higher for longer. Yeah. I'll go ahead and break the ice for y'all. He ain't gonna say nothing that we haven't already heard. He's gonna come on and say blah blah blah. Target inflation rate. Target rate is 2%. Blah blah blah. Our goal is to maintain household stability for the average American and the consumer, and get inflation back down to our target rate of 2% while maintaining a federal funds rate of about 5.5% until otherwise needed. That's exactly what he's gonna say. By the way, I'm not even wearing a tie. The canned response. Or pants. I'm wearing pants. Pantalones? No. Actually, I'm wearing shorts, but. It's clip on. Yeah. I think that's what he said the last 4 times. Oh, yeah. VIX is still holding 1238. No movement on the VIX. This has been a very odd CPI into FOMC day. I actually don't like CPI being on the same day as FOMC. Too much manipulation on the. Is there a drinking game for how many times he's going to get asked when the next rate cut will be? The meeting before the election will be the most volatile of the year, probably. Here's my prediction: run to 550 starting at 230, just a dump back to 546 into close. That would be an insane run. I'd be 100 points up on ES. Roughly 70 points. I don't like this many calories one day because I'm usually done by now and enjoying my day. Yeah, this is the thing I don't like about FOMC is usually I'm done with trading by now. I'm out of the office. I'm doing other stuff. I'm handling my other obligations. So that's the only downside is I'm glued to the computer pretty much all day. But sometimes we got to do that, you know, have fun together. Here's a question you need to ask yourself, though. It's not about what he says. It's about how do you think the market's going to respond to something they already know? They're not about to find out anything that they don't already know. After the colossal 550-point move on NASDAQ in 24 hours, how do you think the market's going to react to something they already know? How do you think they're going to react to all of the market buying the tops, buying all the way up? My opinion is going to be profit taking. If not today, it'll be tomorrow morning. Then again, haven't had a great week, so don't think of me. They are spoofing 19567. You see this little cat come on right here? Hey, little guy, what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't think we see you? Watch, some intern just hit that order, and the guy was like, "No, stop, take it off." 19567. My opinion for today is they hear what they already know, continued buying, and why to stop now if they've already stopped them before. Definitely a possibility. All right, 19518. Little green back up. Look down for a second. Come back up. 19522. Clearing out the upside of the book here. Clearing out the upside of the book. I am tempted to put on a 60-point outside the money strangle. That's just me being lazy, though. The pause is priced in already because it's expected, not really about it. Look, for today, they have Canadian as usual. Yeah. I predict Hello Kitty comes out. Yeah. No telling what could be at the bottom of that new well. You need to lower one of those kids down there with the camera. Yep. How'd you know about that? I tell you about that? Oh, I told you about that. I actually did. I have a video of it. It's a septic tank. I went out there on my lunch break. It's a septic tank. It's a 4 foot by 4 foot wide and 3 foot deep old septic tank. There's nothing in it. Yeah, so we are going to fill it in and proceed. It should take them all of 5 minutes to fill that baby in, and then proceed as usual. Didn't even know I was there. Apple's back in the #1 spot for market cap. Nice. Eat some Taco Bell. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How many square foot will your new home be? 3,800. We're downsizing. The home we have now is too big. We don't even use half of it. $19,507. Couldn't dream of that in California. Yeah. What will you do with your existing home renting out? Nope, we're selling it. I thought about renting it out, but we got way too much equity in it because we built it. We built it. It was a custom home. We built it in 2015. So we are going to sell it because there's way too much equity in it. I did the math against renting it out or selling it. You know, especially if I'm considering a retail market to pull back, it would take me decades to get back the money from renting it. So I'm just going to sell it and apply it to other investments. Come on, RG. Yeah, risk is too high. Plus, it's hard to rent out a house like this. You'd be charging like $5,000 a month for rent. I was like, no one's going to pay that. We're outdoor people. We spend very little time inside, so it's ridiculous for us to build a gigantic house. It's dumb. So since this is nothing burger so far, what are you growing? Oh, you talk garden? Hey, garden gal, love it. I'm growing everything. We've got a whole row of sunflowers of Mongolian giants. We've got tomatoes, peppers. We've got a whole row of pollinator flowers, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, peppers, carrots, onions. Got a whole row of onions, squash, cucumbers, broccoli, a whole bunch of stuff. Cocaine plants. I mean, stevia. No, I'm just kidding. I don't live in Colombia. We don't have the climate to grow that. If you had to choose one word to describe each member of your family, including yourself, what would it be? Including myself, clown for me. My wife, hottie. Kids, let's see, my daughter's a goofball. My oldest son, drip, because he uses the word drip a lot. And he cares very much about his appearance and hygiene. He's very good. That's awesome stuff. Usually kids aren't like that. My middle son, sports. Kid loves sports. I planted 75 square foot of sweet corn this year. Nice. I like it. Anyway, we're still waiting here. We are right back up to the 1400 imbalance. And I'm just waiting for the presser to start and the price action to begin. So, nothing going on at the moment. Sweet potatoes are the easiest thing. They are. They're amazing. High yields, easy to grow, very heat tolerant. I love it. Let's see if he's going to be right on time this time. Latin lettuce. Oh my gosh. I was hoping you'd come back and say you found black gold down there. I wish. I tell you all to go buy some oil. Am I expecting much volatility for the presser? I would expect at least 150 points of movement on NASDAQ and at least 30 points on ES. I'll tell you that. I'm new to watching FOMC and market reactions. Is this typical move? It's usually flatter when they post the market, and then the real volatility kicks up after he starts talking. However, this is more flat than usual. So if I personally, just remember this: if you are going to trade it, please play small positions, because literally it's one of those things where it kicks off quickly, and all of a sudden you look up and you're down 100 points. So it's one of those events that you have to scale your charts because big candles look small because there's so many of them. Just be careful. And in my honest opinion, we probably shouldn't even be trading this event anyway, because volatility like this is hard. But we have fun. We have fun. Just mitigate your risk. That's all. How do you play these? What I try to do, my theory on playing these events, is I'm attempting to identify the momentum as early as possible going into him speaking. And then 10 to 15 minutes after speaking, I'm going to try to get on that momentum. So I usually play a little bit further out with 0 DTEs because usually you can get in the money with those. And you can make a lot of money. But you have to be careful because right about the time that I'm looking to take entry on zeros is about the time that IV starts to roll off. So you need to have the stops and your risk in place, your risk mitigation in place quickly. You need to completely define your risk as early as possible so you don't get destroyed. If you are trading props, in my opinion, it's probably not worth it because worst case scenario, you blow up the account. They're not going to help you. They're going to say, go take a hike. Best case scenario, you make a ton of money. They tell you you're waterfall trading on an event, and they're not going to pay you. So it's probably not even worth it to trade props right now. If you hit your goal, go take a hike. Go pound sand. Do you remember the 2-year-old video about your 90th percent video? Whatever happened to the momentum metric? Yeah, I absolutely do remember that. So up until that event, I would use the momentum indicator to derive momentum or when the momentum is dying out because it was a very pattern market. If you go back and look at the market from the bounce of 2020 into 2021, it was grindy, man. It was oscillate and then in every 3 weeks just kind of bounce back, oscillate and bounce back. It was very patternized, and I exploited that pattern. But the market has not identified a pattern at all since then. It's been 600-point rocket ship, 1,000-point sell-off, 800-point rocket ship. It's just all over the place, and you can't do that. Like right now, this move, the past 3 weeks, there's no momentum indicator out there that would be able to identify this stuff. It's moving too fast. So there you go, Paul. Yeah. No, it's a great video, Scott. I still stand by that video. It's just that a lot of that stuff doesn't apply in this market. Whether you call this a bull market or bear market, whatever, I think we can all agree this is much more volatile than we're normally used to. This is much more volatile than a traditional bull market. It's because we are dealing with what happened in 2020, and we're still feeling it in 2020. My username is actually a reference to Stone Temple Pilot Crunch Band from San Diego. You talking about Stone Temple Pilot? I know Stone Temple Pilot. Yeah. The Gabagoo Market. All right, here comes a little green. Here's a little green. Let's go look at the GEX. Let's see how the options data is shifting. Still holding between 54.40 and 54.30 with a little bit of momentum up to 54.95. QQQ is 475. SPY 546. I love 90s grunge. Oh, you're talking about him. You love the 90s? Man, 90s are great. You know what? You know what an 18-year-old like in the 90s is like? That's like when we were in high school, like in the 70s, like in our disco music. Can you imagine that? That'd be like me listening to disco music in high school. Him liking 90s music is like us listening to disco music in high school. That makes me want to puke. You make me feel old. Trust me, I feel old. They had rock on this. Well, I was just quickly picking a genre of music out of the 70s. So, all right, here we go. Jay Powell's coming on here. Let's get serious. Here we go. Here he comes. He's going live. They'll do it live. If you need the link, here it is. Good afternoon. I'll do it live. I love 80s music. 80s music was great. Stained just came on. I gotta go mute Stained. June 12th, 2024. 4,888 people watching the stream. That is only about 696,000 people less than Roaring Kitty. Purple tie. Apparently I'm a little bit behind y'all. No hike. Same old speech. Verbatim. NASDAQ's about to put a new high of the day in here. All right, what are we doing? Top wick. A little bit of red. A little bit more red. It's actually pretty slow for FOMC. So far, just give it time. Just give it time. I'm Casey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, Dan. I have the May 1st transcript up. First paragraph is identical. Yeah. 2.1 GDP. All the same stuff. Watch NVIDIA, watch Apple. Microsoft is getting pummeled at the moment. So far red. So far nothing, dude. I get paid to repeat the same script. Yep. Wouldn't be surprised if they replaced Powell with an AI optimist Tesla bot. Yeah, until it went rogue and started cutting everywhere. Oh, got some red. All right, let's zoom out, see if there's any liquidity I'm missing. Right now, NASDAQ is still skewed 397. ES skewed down to 53.71 with a little up top at 54.95. Very light liquidity book, though, so I wouldn't really make decisions on either one of those. Very light book. Flow right now is heavy, heavy, heavy call selling on the indexes, except for Qs. Qs is actually very strong call buying, which it's actually leveled off now. It was call buying, now it's leveled off. So far, no change on that. The GXS still is hovering 546 SPY. Eroding. 500. Call selling versus call buying. Bullish versus bullish. It's not, call selling is not necessarily considered immediately bullish. It's just it's an indication of dealers taking off sell calls or using the higher prices to open short positions, short call positions. So I wouldn't necessarily look at that as bearish. I would just look at that as, well, maybe less bullish or something, or we possibly hit a consolidation zone. All I'm trying to do here is build a picture between all my different parameters. VPA, volume, what's the price action telling me, what's liquidity telling me, what's options telling me. I'm going through this little cycle event analysis to try to make a decision. Here's a little bit of red coming off. Yeah, 2%. They're making me money, yeah. CVD continues to drop here. They are testing lower. Yeah. 54.50. Snooze fest. Wife came down if I want a cutlet sandwich. Hey, yo. She's spicing things up here. 600 iceberg just filled. 54.31 and dropping. They just filled that, what, 600? We just had a larger move data latency spike? Interesting. Man, they are pinning this thing dead flat. Be done. Be done. This is the flattest FOMC up to this point ever. Ever. At least in the modern environment. We remain highly attentive to inflation risks. 550. Microsoft big green. Get ready. I would probably say in the next 15 minutes or so, 10 minutes, they're going to start putting on the final move. However, this is something they haven't done before. Beep. What's up, Hycan? How you doing? Yeah, big money absorbing. They're rolling off all those positions. Hip hop at its best in the 90s? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 90s hip hop and rap was the best. All right, here comes questions. Keep focused on the positioning here. $54.30, 30 points up, possibly. I don't know. VIX ain't moving at all. Nothing is moving. Banks aren't loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Mr. Chairman, what are your thoughts on Roaring Kitty? All right, here comes a little bit of a bottom wick red, or green, I'm sorry, heading up into 19,550 again. So still nothing. Uh-oh. Getting some data latency spikes here. Apple is new high of the day. Rocket ships on Apple. I mean, heck, every other big tech giant has created a rocket ship. Why not Apple? Tesla created rockets. Amazon created rockets. Boeing has created rockets. Why not Apple? All right, dead flat. Right now, SPX GEX is centered right around top or bottom with a little bit growing higher, but everything is centered right around here. We have liquidity centered right here with the exception of this one outlier. So there's not too much to say that we fly one way or the other at the moment. We're still waiting. You mentioned icebergs a few times. Where can I learn about them? Absolutely. One of my next YouTube videos is going to be that, by the way. Icebergs, you can right now, since I don't have any dedicated content to it, you can look at their knowledge base, Booksmap's knowledge base, but what they are hidden orders. Icebergs are the hidden orders on the book. So for one reason or another, somebody, dealer, larger money, wants to put on positioning in certain lots where they don't want to show their entire size at once. If they want to offload 3,000 shares, which will move the market in a way, they don't want to put that out there because everybody pays attention to it, and they'll try to sweep it. So instead, they'll do an iceberg. It'll offload the position in increments at a certain programming that they specify. Now, how do I play that? For me, icebergs, I play icebergs. I need to mute this crap. I can't talk and have this guy yapping. How do you play that? Icebergs you play with momentum. I play them typically the same way I do general liquidity. Is that if I see an iceberg come on that's 100 point or a value of 100, I'll pay attention to it. 100 points don't, or 100 doesn't mean much to me, but if it starts to build 200, 500, 600 up to 1,000, it starts to show momentum, and then we can play into it and through it. Is he done already? Oh, no. Wait, is he done already? No. I muted it. Y'all said that was it. So, I'm about to turn my music back on. This is a snoozer. All right, 19475 coming back on. Right there. So they are building some liquidity lower. I'm about ready to put into a 0DT put. I'm about to do it. I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of good warm and fuzzies about anything right now. But I do like the fact that they're finally putting on some skew. If they put in any more, I might go ahead and pre-run it. He's still babbling. Yep. Turning at 475. Does that answer your question, Kapoor? I want to make sure I get that answered. VIX is falling. Spot gamma. I expect the VIX could fall as low as 11 for the very first time at the end of the week, which will lift the stocks. Yeah, you're very welcome. In my opinion, though, the iceberg indicator is the number one indicator out there. It's phenomenal. Now, it's one of those things that it doesn't give you high confidence entries every day. You got like there's already certain times, once every 2 or 3 weeks, it'll give you a dynamite setup that's almost as guaranteed as anything I can trade. A little bit more red here. Go ahead, make my millennium. Looks like I'm going to creep on down here to 479. Dum 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 dum. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can't have add-ons on bookmap on TOS. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Double bottom wicks on the Cinco. Data aggravation. That means a lot of data starting to hit the tape. We have another data latency spike. Man, what are they doing? I never know what they're doing. We welcome today's inflation reading. Hope for more. Oh, man. 1,300 negative CBD. We still have liquidity lower. And we are now 15 minutes into the speech. ES has liquidity up to 54.48. Still have major call selling, put buying across the board. Do I trust trade ticks and go ahead and throw down? I don't know. I don't like it. It's not actionable to me. 54.95, but however, the main GEX here is between 54.30 and 54.50. A lot of exposure there, so they can't really point to one direction. Trying to form a tweezer bottom. Certainly is. Well, this is disappointing. Just FYI, I will not sit here until 1600 if it's going to pin here all afternoon. We were briefed on CPI this morning, according to Powell. That is posted my listing. I'm looking through the pictures. Bear with me. Man, they look great. He did a great job. You got to leave before a move happens. Yeah. Once you leave, it'll dump. And I'd like to laugh about that, but it's no longer, I think, a joke. I think it's pretty much an indicator at this point. Works every time. Put OM to sleep. Yeah. And this guy did a great job. All right. It's really weird. Your pictures of your house being on the line. It's crazy. People can see your house. 5450, 5400. So all we've got, they're not adding anything else up here. There's nothing extravagant up here. The main stuff is this stuff, 5459, and they're adding lower. They continue to add lower here. 420, 400, and 375. NASDAQ only has these two. And now just ate that up and now left to 1400 or 400. There goes ES on down. Falling. IV starting to come off. Wait a minute. IV is jacked to the gills right now. That's interesting. What do y'all have for IV? Who has at the money IV right now? This can't be right. I keep getting data latency spikes. That's what I've got 47%. That's what I got. So it's gone up. It's gone up from 38 now to 47. So the move hasn't been made yet. Oh, this thing's going to go, baby. Is that 49.60 still on there? As of a couple of days ago, it was not. However, 5100 was. 45 on TOS. Nice. Nice. Too many bottom hooks on the ES. Yep. Calls all the way up to 54.60 with a ton of 54.50. Yep. The GEX right now is positioned pretty much the same thing, agnostic. Right now, the main GEX area is 54.60 with a base around 54.30. So we're kind of back and forth in that 30 point. The Dow is still plunging lower. XLF, the banks, new low of the day and getting destroyed. CVD is quite red. We have 22,000 negative CVD on ES. Any explanation for my puts to increase in value without movement? Yeah, IV has jumped up from 38% to 47%. So IV is still increasing. We haven't moved yet. That's why. So IV has not rolled off yet. In fact, it's gone the other way. Sorry, I've been concentrating on trading. Had you... No, you're good. Oh, man. He's done talking yet. I muted him. Here we come. Red. Big red on NVIDIA. Look at that. They're still just kind of dropping it, though. Oh, I think they're going down. My spidey senses said down. 54.20 here. I don't know, though. Gah. Stupid gambling. Watch this fill the gap to 53.75. Yeah. When the move happens, it'll be insane, probably. Could this be a sell the news day? That's what I'm thinking, yeah. We have two icebergs. No, we'd have three icebergs just fill down into the 54.23. ES is holding the morning range. Yep. Yep. I'm new here. I have a question. Do you have a specific time frame for trading? Yes. Most of the time, most of my trades are placed between 10 o'clock and 11:30. Sometimes I'll trade the first half hour if I see a decent setup. That's my high confidence strike zone right there. Yeah, you're right, agnostic. Although I see a slight uptick in put buying, but yeah, you're right. I don't see a lot of heavy put buying here. It's not like they're really starting to put on the pressure. I completely agree. Here's what I got for SPY at the moment. More icebergs are coming on. So they're getting ready to position to move. That's what they're doing here. They're prepping the surgical field. Sorry, I stayed at Hollywood Express last night. 262, 335, 600, 400, 250. They're all small individually, but they're starting to add up, and they'll put on more and more and more, and they're getting to leave this area. And they're absorbing. All right, 19517 bouncing back up. Yeah, I turned that back on to listen, but more nonsense. Big green back up. Your likes are now private. We are making likes private for everyone to better protect your privacy. Liking more posts will make your For You feed better. So Twitter is now making your likes private. We started June and usually bullish, a month through summer. Yep. All right. So it's coming up on Power Hour. I'm doing my best to keep this entertaining, but holy crap, this is boring. This is boring. I best do it soon. Yeah. Yeah, I've muted it again. What do I think about tomorrow's opening? I'll let you know in an hour. I'll do my write-up when the market closes of my thoughts of what's going to happen here. I'm having a hard time grasping how much volume can transact and go nowhere. Well, look, they're still building more order flow lower here. That's the thing. From Bookmap, I don't see anything added above and everything added lower. But we haven't breached the range yet. NASDAQ is putting on 19,600. In terms of the options flow, nothing's changed. We got put selling on Amazon, call selling. I just got a bunch of calls selling as of 30 minutes ago on 20 minutes ago on SPX. I'm trying to find something to give me an edge here. SPX is growing at 54.25. So right now the main GEX level is 54.25 in SPX. 6 points down. You don't need to hear what he's saying. The price action tells you everything you need to know. 100%. Taking a speculative 5,400 put. I'm tempted to join you, bro. Tempted to join you. Oh, man. All right. What time is it? There's power hour. Dos. They're building into this 19,500 again. The net flow here is still bullish. So, I mean, yeah, it's still bullish at the moment. Microsoft is breaking out here. 19,538 into 19,550. VIX is still getting hammered right now. This may be the final form. Maybe. Maybe. It's hard to tell because this is not following the script it has been the past 2 years. They're about to fill up into 535. There we go. Right into it. 543, 550. Heading higher. And the GEX, keep an eye on it. How's it going to shift? Still no break. QQQ right now has got 475. Glad I didn't take those puts. 590. We got over here ES. ES is right on 5450. 21,000 negative CVD. Microsoft is flying right now. Breaking high of the day and squeezing. Nice, keep calm. About to test highs of the day for NASDAQ. ES is about to smoke 54.45. So all the GEX information right now is positioned pretty much 54.50 and 30 the whole afternoon. And they're starting to build, they've been building that 54.95. That big area up top. It's not obviously not as nearly as robust, but they've been building it, and nothing to the downside. But either way, I mean, we still haven't broken the freaking range. It's still dead flat. Boring stuff, dude. What's oil doing? I already made my play on oil. I'm done with them. How y'all doing? Anybody take some good positions? What'd you do? How much is gas? I think I paid $2.80 a gallon this week to fill up my Tundra, 32 gallons. Still $5 at Costco in the Bay Area. Paid $4.75 last week. Why do you think everybody's moving to my city? Because my city's amazing. There's no taxes. Gas is cheap. $3.19 in Fort Lauderdale. However, one of y'all Californians come by my house. How much are eggs going for these days? I think I paid 21 cents an egg. Actually, we bought eggs yesterday, 21 cents an egg. And the only reason why I knew that is because I was teaching my kids about the unit price. So, yeah, the 2 packs of 18 are more expensive than the single pack of 18, but the unit price of the 2 packs is smaller. Do we get free food? I'll make you a sandwich. I want a short, but I'm not trying to keep it green. There you go. So the next chance of a rate cut, next meeting. The next cut price right now is September. That's when they're pricing it in. Everyone wants to move to Texas, so they say property taxes are skyrocketing insurance rates from increasingly worsening storms. Their complaints just changed from taxes to money because private companies price gouging. Yep. I got both a call and a put, hoping for a 30-point move. Did exactly what I did not want it to happen with no movement. I feel you, man. I've been down that road. I've been down that road to the tune of about 40 G's. I got my butt handed to me that December. We are now into power hour and not moving. I'm upset when I lost a couple $100. Yep. So December 2022, we had CPI. The very next day, we had FOMC. So I put on, I was prepping y'all for it. I was saying I'm going to put on major position sizing. I put on a big position sizing on CPI, and I made like 47,000. And then CPI comes, or FOMC was the next day, and I put on a very large strangle, and I lost like 38,000. I was bummed. Reddit had to ruin it. Any trades the last 15 minutes? Nope. Nothing. You cried that day. You made me a video for that. Yeah. I didn't cry, but it sucked. U.S. gasoline average is 242. Yeah, that's about what I'm paying. Bunch of puts just showed up at 54.30. Yeah, they're building more at 54.30. VIX is still collapsing though. Look at the VIX. Collapsing down to 1209. Apple's still going up. Microsoft is exploding. I can't remember a bigger dud. Nope. This has been the worst FOMC of the entire post-coronavirus environment. 267 in Tejas. Look at Microsoft, dude. It's going straight up. Glad to take off work for this. Yeah. Oh, man. Do I still think we dropped to 5,300 by Friday? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think we're going to have some red by Friday to take profits on this. Whether it holds or not, I don't know. I don't think it'll be 54 or 5,300, though. This is too much. It's too much. You're welcome. Do you see Creed is touring with 3 doors down and finger 11? I do, yeah. I did see that. I'm pretty pumped. Pretty pumped. Yes, NASDAQ wants this 550. If you are trying to play the upside on NASDAQ, I would be careful through 550. Let it clear 550 before jumping in, because what you may have happen here is one of those little sweeps. Holy crap, we're breaking out. You take a long top wick smoke. So just be careful right around here on NASDAQ. 19,550. Nobody on FOMC has another hike as a possibility. We think with this restrictive policy, economy will weaken. Here comes 550. Transacting into it. 555, 556. Microsoft is exploding higher. 547. There's that top wick right there. There's that top wick right there. 537. Down to what? 515. Yeah, y'all got to be careful on that stuff, man. Whether or not it goes up from here or not, now you can start to make a more rational decision. They already cleared out that upside liquidity right there. So don't get caught chasing the first move. Now they cleared out liquidity. Now you can start to make a rational decision if they were to go higher. So let somebody else smash the concrete, and now you just walk through the door. Five, 4, 1. $5.44. Chilling. Still absorbing. They are backfilling this position here, so 545. Microsoft is still getting smoked. They're just rocketing, baby. Rocketing. Apple's kind of topped, but man, Microsoft is going. $5.44. Oh man. 19552 still going up. There goes Apple. There goes Microsoft. There goes Apple. Yeah, VIX is still getting crushed here too. What do you mean by backfilling? They popped it up eventually the first time, and then they top wicked the crap out of it, pinned it after they top wicked it, and now they're just kind of creeping back up into it. And now that they're creeping back up into it, there is no resistance for them. They've already absorbed it on that first top wick. They filled it, smoked it back down, and now they're popping it back up and going. Now they're rocket ships. Here we go. Launching. 15, 50, 45, 50. Climbing up. And NASDAQ is just going, dude. What an insane freaking day. 19556. About ready to be gone again. Now Microsoft is launching. Microsoft is now up 2.3% straight up. Apple's up 6.1%. Nvidia's up 4%. Amazon is starting to rocket too. Just an absolute onslaught of buying. VIX is still getting crushed too. I'm down 50% on your portfolio. Dude, come on, Mel. Come on now. ES has not left the range yet. NASDAQ is trying to. Daily chart. If I'm looking, let me go to the daily chart here. I think this has been the strongest 1-2 day move without any kind of selling. Man, in a long time. $66 and going. Launching even higher. SPY going to go to. TLT is about to come down new low. VIX still coming off. And ES is trying to. So here's all of this waiting for a 20-point move on NASDAQ. And ES not moving yet. Is he still talking? Really? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Wow. Wow, we're coming up on a 600-point move in about 30 hours on Nasdaq. Good gosh, VIX is still rolling off 12. This is definitely a blow off top. I have to drink more coffee. Yep, still going. 19,600 liquidity. $560 coming up to 600. There goes ES climbing. So my dreams take me away. Yeah. There's a new all-time high on Nasdaq, blasting, of course, and ES is about to another point, and they'll do it. VIX still rolling down. There's 11.50. They're 11.99. Go look at the tech stocks, man. XLK is up 3%. That's extraordinary. Extraordinary. That's the largest move on XLK. It's the largest 2-day move on XLK that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen XLK move that much in 2 days. Maybe January 18th of 2024 was close, but not. This one still wins. That's absurd. Wow. Five, 7, 8, and going. Another 60 points to go on Nasdaq, and a ton of 478 puts are there. It's not our plan to wait for things to break and then to fix them, but that's exactly what the Fed does. It's exactly what the Fed does. 19,582 and still going. Climbing up. ES is climbing up here. 54.53 and going. New high of the day, squeezing up to 19,600. There goes Nasdaq. How much resistance is at 600 for Nasdaq? He's done talking now? There we go. Now it's going to dump it, watch. Whoop, there it is. Event has ended. Crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. I wonder what they're going to do with all this. Right here. I wonder what they're going to do with all that. $444. Now that he's done talking. Nice little red flow right there. Large red moves. $125.50. Well, that was boring AF. It was boring AF. It was boring AF. Another iceberg, 54.40. Still dropping over across the candles. Sweet. Sweet. Here we go. Large reds. ES is coming along nicely. 54.38 down to 5400. I can't not go in FOMC without taking a trade. I've got to take something. You got any more of them puts? Still coming off. Show me what you got. What you got, Raji? Still red, large, and flowing. Dropping back over. Yeah, you got to be nimble today for show. More icebergs filling. Nvidia's still selling off. Still dropping over. Awesome chart in the SPX daily monthly goal. Nice, Damien. Well done, buddy. Proud of you. So this looks like might be the final move. 54.32. Large red. The GEX right now is big time 54.30. Big time 54.30, which is right where we are now. Selling across the board, though. $19,494. Looks like it's about to breach that too. Coming off. Still dropping. 54.30. Shouldn't have my stop so tight. What a crazy day for a while. This pick was heading up and it's back. Yeah. You and me both. You and me both. 19 still dropping. There goes Microsoft. Coming on down. I'm such a weenie. I'm such a weenie. 19,500. Shorter from 540. That was my first play. Nice Twizzy. Beautiful, buddy. Another 500 iceberg set. What's up, Hakan? Nice. Still coming off red on ES. All the big tech stocks are still kind of dropping as well. $54.29. I just took my first play of the day. A weenie little 0 DTE put for nothing. Because I'm a weenie. $54.29. Coming on down. Apple's starting to sell. VIX popped up to 1228. Here comes the red coming lower. Whatever. L7 weenie. Nice, Hammy. You went ham, brah. You went ham. Look at all this red action coming down. Beautiful. After he stops yapping his gums. 5,400 still dropping. So far, the 0 DT put's doing pretty well. I'll take it. We only got 32 minutes left. And Rhythmic goes down. Sweet. Good thing I got my stop on. Short SPY a few contracts. More gabagoo. Nice. Still dropping. All right, well, overall, we did go through that 550 strike by a couple of points, but still I think it was a good call not to go longing that 550. So I'll pat myself on the back for that one. If it breaks this level, I think we'll fill the imbalance. If it breaks this level, we'll fill the imbalance. 2 more MNQs from 80 to 52. Green for the day, now for the props. Beautiful. I tell you what, man, the 200s, I was very much against the 250K accounts, but they have allowed me to expand the risk a little bit. That's why I was able to hit my targets on these fundeds. But man, they're not going to pay me. I already know they're not going to pay me. I've already just kind of chalked it up to it, pissed that money away. Here comes more red, dropping back over. Here comes the red engulfings. More. Maybe it was good. Yep. $54.25. Major bottom wick right off that prior rejection area, or the prior bounce area. ES is still dropping over. 54.22 down into this area, 1776. Still dropping lower. They've got down to 5,400. Large red engulfing still coming off. 160% on puts. Still dropping into 54.19. Seeing what they could do to come lower. They're absorbing this, another large iceberg down to 5,400. Still dropping. Pump while I talk, dump when he's finished. Yep. It's sad I have to wait till frickin' 0DTE smuffed. I think the 250s have allowed me to trade 10-15 minute charts instead of scalping the 2 on the 5. Nice. Yeah. A little more wiggle room. Why is it that fake brokerage accounts owned by Vanguard and BlackRock called Robinhood closed the 0DT contracts at 230, but our real brokers allow you to sell them till market close? Yeah. I don't know. Probably because they're protecting their butt with leverage. They don't want to get them. They don't want to get themselves in a position where they need to margin call somebody and not recoup their losses. They know they're not dealing with quality client. Well, you're not that you're not a quality client. They're not dealing with big money clients with Robinhood. I know it's okay. No, it's okay. So yesterday I asked the struggle between trendline and liquidity. What about liquidity and GEX level? If they're opposite to each other, then what? For me, the GEX is always after liquidity. So it's liquidity first, and then options data. Now, the closer you get to power hour and into the last final session, that's where the accuracy and the value of GEX levels and options data starts to increase. It really starts to come along in the power hour because it starts to really get closer to it. Now, until then, I have to always give precedence to liquidity and VPA, and then options. Now, if they all tie together and they can all correlate and point the same direction, that's where you get max confidence. Do I think we hit 5,400? I don't know. I'm about to call it a day here, though. My kids keep asking me if I'll go throw the baseball with them. What an awful lotto put I had. It's down 80%, now closed up 10%. Hey, you made money. Alstriva, you made money. Right now, there are 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 6-year-olds somewhere in a slavery mine trying to dig out electric car battery minerals, making 5 cents a week. You made money. Sorry. My bad. In all fairness, it's all batteries, not just EV car batteries. I was just being colorful. I know, I'm a hypocrite. I've got an iPhone. Oh, come on, they got to do something more than this. Let's go. $54.20. $54.20. We've got nothing. Oh, short 54.50 got stopped at 54.26. Beautiful. There goes Microsoft down. Let's see if I can get my ZRDD put to turn into something here. Miami's big time flooded. Can't leave work. I got to check on my boy Lee Rat. Haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. Man, there's still 160 y'all listening too. I love it. I love it. Would y'all ever be okay with, for the summertime, testing out like maybe alternating morning stream, power hour stream, morning stream, power hour stream, Monday, Thursday, like something like that? Or is it strictly morning streams y'all like? I used to do both, if you remember. I used to do morning and power hour. But I took all my trades in the morning, so people were like, well, you're missing out on my trades. How do you think this FOMC affects the short-term market? I don't at all. I don't. I think this is we already knew what they were going to do. Should do a poll. Power hour either. I can't do both. I got too much going on. I love y'all, but I'm a busy dude, man. I'm a busy dude. This is not my only obligation. Fit us around your other obligations. Yep. What's up, Boss Hog? How you doing, buddy? Are you cheating on us? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Yeah. I'll tell you what. The only other trading-related Discord I'm in and have ever been in is the Apex Discord. And if any other Discord is anything remotely like what I see in there, I feel sorry for any other Discord. That's just awful, atrocious. Secret beekeeping Discord, yes. More red. There goes Microsoft top wick. 476. Crush that top wick candle. Most of the Discord say bro every 5 seconds. That's why I listen to OM. I don't say bro. Have you watched the Beekeeper movie? I have not. I've seen the trailer, but I haven't seen it. Maybe power for monthly and quarterly expiration. Great moves. Yeah, I like that. Top Step is miserable as well. I actually watched one of Top Step streams to see if I could learn something, see if I could like maybe add value to my streams. They spent like 30 minutes talking about MACD crossover. I'm like, aren't y'all in like prior Wall Street institutional dudes? So I was like, huh, that was surprising to me. That was surprising to me. Pepe, Inner Circle, Hoppy, and Future Codes are excellent free discords. At least they were free when I joined. Nice. Apple's quite a large red. Microsoft is quite a large red. Top Step TV. Yep. Are you looking at it and making any moves tomorrow? No. All I'm doing right now is I'm riding my 0DT put down. I still have the Friday put. Obviously, it's not doing well. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it. I've already made my money today. I'm green on the day. I've had a pretty dang good day. I've made actually a pretty obscene amount of money on... I only traded my 250K accounts today. I've made pretty good money on those. I'm going to chill. I'm going to see what it does. I think we'll get some profit taking. I don't know. If not, what I think I will do is I want to see if I can inflate premiums back up. So if I can get some profit taking overnight into tomorrow, even if the put does not come back to life, it'll still give me enough juice where I could put a decent sized PDS on it or a PCS. If I could spread it and just use it to collect money and I'll just chalk it up as a loss, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. When you position your size appropriately, you've got a little bit more maneuverability. So I don't believe Wall Street knowledge is better than some of the old charts they beat us with. Discipline. Yep. If they say bro and guys more than 5 times, it's a scam. You really educated us with honesty, which you don't find on the internet. I appreciate that. Every time I watch, I add something new. Nice, Hakon. Appreciate it. Thanks for the input, buddy. All right, I am going to call this an afternoon. I apologize if I wasn't the most accurate today. Outlook for tomorrow. I'm still looking for profit taking. I'm still looking for profit taking. You were saying you were having a rough week, but you had a pretty good week except for the swing put. I mean, yeah, it's just the problem is I don't like I'm trying to continue the trend of putting on high confident swing trades, and I haven't been able to do that. I thought the swing put would be decent, although nothing confident because we're playing into the levels. But I mean, of course, now that this little 0TD is decent at the moment. But you know, I'm always trying to put on a high quality swing trade. I think that's the essence of trading: is high quality swing trades, not scalps. Scalps are great. Scalps are fun, but I'm trying to put on high quality swings. That's what I'm talking about. So, future trading with Mike. Very basic and simple channel. You're gonna miss out on the other action the last 17 minutes. That's okay. I'm gonna go throw the baseball with my kids. I'm good. So, chest thumpers. I hate chest thumpers. And I've rubbed some people the wrong way just because I think I've made some people mad. I just don't like boasting. I hate it. I think it's the nature. Like I had it beat out of me. You know, when I first got it, when I first became a pilot, I know they say, you know how someone's a pilot or a CrossFitter. They'll tell you, yeah, I know. I talk about it a lot, but I have a lot of a life lesson from it. And when I first became a pilot, I thought you're supposed to be Mr. Maverick, beat your chest and say I'm the best, and they beat that crap out of you quickly. I think that's where that comes from. I've seen the baddest dudes on the planet be incredibly humble. So, I don't think you should be arrogant or boasting. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. I'm still looking for profit taking into tomorrow's session. Do I see 5,400 today? Possibly. I don't know. Right now, we're still holding right at the major macro level. Below that, we could definitely start to see. I would not be surprised to see the CPI imbalance fill on ES down to 53.92. So, watch it. Hope you have a good rest of the afternoon. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. I will do at some point tonight, I will do a write-up on my thoughts, and I'll post it. I'll ping you. It'll be in the stream analysis tab. Otherwise, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm out. See ya!